The Ashley and Martin turning point was a brutal moment that changed the course of Christian Petrarca's season. Right on the quarter time siren, the main event of the King's birthday, a knee that caused horrific internal injuries. Graphic on the day and really troubling in the days that passed. And there's been so much debate around that, around returning to the field of play, the surgeries that were required and the course of rehab that now awaits the Demon superstar. So it's great to have him back in the 360 family tonight as our players join us. This is a bit of the highs and lows of life we're about to experience here, Robbo. Christian, it's great to see you and welcome back to the program.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. You can join the rehab with me, Jared. Be good.
Yes, I've got only the mildest version. I don't think we should compare. The highs of life are in Brisbane, where the Neal family has just announced some joyful news. Lockie, it's great to have you back with us.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, some great news for our little family.
So a second on the way?
Yes, we have a little boy coming in December, so one of each now, which is exciting for us, and can't wait to meet him in December.
Congratulations to you and Jules. Now we're talking injuries tonight. Just turn the side of your head, Lockie. How have you come through the split eye?
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm sure it's absolutely nothing compared to what Christian went through a few weeks ago, but. A little bit of blood, but it probably looks worse than what it is. It feels absolutely fine, so all good here.
All right, well, let's settle in with Christian for a little while. 15 days on, Christian. How are you feeling?
Yeah, better, to be honest. I think the last probably 4 or 5 days I've had a bit of consistency with my days. The first 2 weeks was pretty traumatic, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. Obviously, ICU, then into a ward, and then in and out of hospital. Got rushed back into hospital maybe about a week ago, early in the morning for just a few checkups and things like that. I woke up just with a few complaints, so went straight to hospital. So it's been quite stressful. I'm not going to lie. It's something I haven't really or never experienced. Like my first year, I did my ACL. I was probably a bit young and naive and brash and didn't really understand the severity of the injury. Where I think at an age now I'm 28, it's a lot differently. Yeah.
What are the pain levels like for you now?
Oh, they're pretty good, to be honest. Obviously, pain medication helps a significant amount, so you can start to notice when you're weaning off them a little bit in the early hours of the morning and in the afternoons, and so it's been good. I've been getting follow-up checks and from the trauma, the surgeon, and at the Alfred and my GP at the club as well has been awesome. So, yeah, there's days where you feel great, there's days where you don't feel great, and I think that's just rehab, and that's just a recovery process that I'm going to have to experience for however long it is.
And the isolation period, Christian, so you're pretty well shut off from the world?
Yeah, because of the spleen, the grade 5 spleen, I had to get all my vaccinations done again, so I actually didn't even realise, I didn't even know what the word spleen was, to be honest. I kept calling it something completely different for the first week. You could call it a SNEAL or something like that. I didn't even realise we had an organ like that in our body, and had to read up on it and did a bit of research and understand the severity of it. And yeah, so I got all my vaccinations done, and first 10 days I haven't really seen anyone other than my parents and my fiance. So it's been a little frustrating, but also kind of nice to have some alone time with my fiance and chill out and I guess switch off from the world. Yeah.
I want to ask you about 3 aspects or 3 groups of people, Christian. One of them is your family. It was reported that your family was very angry with the Melbourne Football Club, and I think so were you. Is there any truth to that matter?
Not really, to be honest. I think at the moment, during the situation, it was a heightened emotion for everyone, not just my family, but, my fiance, myself. And I think as well, you got to understand that my parents, my mum and dad, my fiance were the only people that could see me in ICU. And so, yeah, there's probably a little degree of frustration and, I guess, emotion to it, because they're the only ones that knew the severity of the injury, and no one actually knew what was going on. and they saw me that I needed blood transfusions at 2 in the morning. And I think as any parent or any sibling like my two brothers, of course, if I had a son or if I had a brother who was in the same situation, I'd be feeling a range of emotions, frustration, disappointment. I don't know, anything, to be honest. So, it was just a very stressful time for everyone.
And on the day, and especially in the days after, the medicos at Melbourne came under question, and you tweeted, and that, I think it was reported that tweet had come down. Looking back, are you comfortable with how the whole situation was handled immediately post-event?
Hindsight's a great thing. Had we known that it was a grade 5 spleen and four fractured ribs, I don't think anyone would have let me back on the field, and neither myself, to be honest. I'm a competitor. I want to go back out there and try and compete. And I think there's so much adrenaline going through the situation. The game, it was 85,000 people playing against Collingwood. It's a big game. I think in that situation, had I known it was a grade 5 spleen, there was no way in hell I'd be going back out there. But we didn't understand the severity of the injury at the time.
Can we go to the second quarter where you played for 21 and a half minutes, Christian, in really obvious pain? I can't imagine what it was like for you, but from the outside, it was concerning. Is there a moment in there where everyone should have gone, no, tools down here, there's something wrong?
I don't know, to be honest. I can't really answer that question. I mean, again, hindsight, had I known the severity of the injury, I wouldn't be playing 21 minutes. I'll be going straight to hospital. I felt pretty sore out there. My breathing was in some ways affected a little bit, but nothing that I thought, again, was life-threatening at all. The ribs is obviously a really painful injury, as you can see there. I'm laughing at it because I just find it really funny. I shouldn't find it funny, but it's just the fact that I was out there. I just think when I was out there, all I wanted to do was just compete and just, put my team first. And, some people call it stupid, some people call it brave. I just wanted to compete for my teammates.
Last time you were in here, Christian, we were joking at the ad break about how when something happens in footy, it's dissected to the nth degree and the rules have got to be changed, etc., etc. Can you believe that after your incident, there was a discussion about whether Darcy Moore should be allowed to jump for the ball and put his knee up?
Yeah, well, that's the world we live in at the moment. Everything just gets overhyped and analysed, to be honest. I've known Darcy since I was 8 years old, and I think putting a knee into me there was no malice at all, and it's a part of our game, jumping up for the ball. And to be honest, I don't even know why I put myself in that position. That was stupid. I've got max score of 7'1", so when I look back at it, I go, I should have actually just got out of the way.
And you've had a bit of contact with Darcy. He's a terrific young man, Darcy Moore. I mean, has he been in, I wouldn't say constant contact, but how many messages would he have sent through?
He's sent through a fair few. Yeah, he's been awesome, to be honest. And as I said before, I've known Darcy before we got drafted, and under 12s, under 11s, we played some state level football together, and our parents are are friends as well. So we've kept in contact, which is really good, and hopefully we'll catch up for dinner when I can get out.
Would you say overall, reflecting on it, Christian, has it been a traumatic period for you? Has it challenged you like maybe nothing else previously?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's probably been the most traumatic thing I've experienced. I'm getting quite emotional thinking about it. Just I think more just the severity of it, and probably more how much it's impacted my fiance, and that's probably been the hardest thing, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's been challenging for both of us, but we're getting through it, which is the main thing. Sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
It's been tough. It's something that I think when you get the news that you're out for the the whole year, or out for however long you are, it is quite tough. And I am a competitor and want to be out there and be with my teammates and play. And but at the same time, it's kind of been nice to have some alone time and switch off, and just the support I've received from everyone. It's been remarkable. My fiance, my parents, my family, her parents, my friends, just the whole footy world as well has been awesome.
Does it change your perspective of footy at all, Christian? Because I imagine for a lot of years it's governed everything that you've done in your life.
I think at the moment, yeah, definitely. But it's still really raw for me at the moment. You know, it's only been 2.5, 3 weeks, and haven't really watched much footy, and watched a little bit on the weekend of our game, you know, against North. And yeah, no doubt with any injury, and I've experienced this before in my first year with the self-doubt and confidence issues and wanting to get back to the player I was. And but you know, it's 3 weeks in. I just need to kind of switch off, just trust the process. You know, really just embrace the journey, I guess. And it's hard to say that when you're 2 weeks in, but you know, I really have to just embrace the journey and be on this path for next year, and you know, and take each step as it comes. You know, trying to rush it now is only going to make me go backwards. So, you know, just taking each step as it comes, and just focusing on little goals and positives out of each day.
Lockie, what's your overwhelming feeling when you listen to Christian speak?
Yeah, it's probably, for me, I didn't recognise or realise how much goes into a surgery and a procedure, and the aftermath of something like that, and to hear him talk about that and get emotional as well. It does make you realise that we're just playing a game, and that there's so many more important things in life. And for me, I think about my family, and obviously got Piper, my little girl, and a little boy on the way. We do players are very brave to go out there and play like we do, with the physicality and the hits and the speed at what the game's played. Sort of just makes you sit back and realise how brave some players are, and Christian's one of those. And for him to go back out on the field and try and play with the injuries that he had is, yeah, I can't really think of any words for how brave that is. And yeah, I hope that he's doing well. I know that he's such a great guy, and he'd have great support around him. And yeah, I just hope you go on the right track.